This is our presentation for the Australia Organic Coconut Oil, which is planning to expand to Solomon Islands from Australia. The details are as follows. The major product of AOCO is organic coconut oil, which has factories operating in Australia, will also sell in Australia milling. The coconut is farmed in an organic process and produced with cool processing and includes media chain fatty acids as a source of energy for people that is currently selling across different supermarkets and retailers in Australia. Manufacturing process of coconut oil in 8 steps includes the following 8 steps, which are namely remove husk, grate the coconut, soak and strain, heat, cool, skim, boil, strain and cool, in order to produce the coconut oil. Marketing and selling. Currently, the market size of the coconut oil is 650 million USD in 2019, and it is expected to grow to more than 750 million USD in 2024. In Australia, AOCO milling sell to wholesalers that they may resell to retailers, or some largest retailers like Woolworths and Coles that allowed end customers to make purchases. Organic coconut oil is great for stir frying and baking due to its neutral flavor that is not too strong, and it is ideal for recipes of the cancer treatment. Therefore, the coconut oil products from AOCO is valuable for customers that we are seeking to expand to overseas for production and distribution. Solomon Islands is a country with 6 major islands in the southwestern Pacific Ocean with double chain of volcanic islands and coral. Solomon Islands is a constitutional monarchy with Queen Elizabeth II, the head of state. Because Solomon Islands was settled by Austronesian people around 2000 BC, while German British also have early colonial interest there. Solomon Islands comprise diverse culture that is major population are Melanesian, Polynesian, and Micronesian and other. People in Solomon Islands may receive 6 years of primary education and 7 years of secondary education like the UK education system. The higher education is offered by the 3 colleges in Solomon Islands. The average income per capita in Solomon Islands is considered as lower to middle income, and it was 2,197 USD in 2018 that the average growth of income is 4.27% in last 20 years. Solomon Islands has the hybrid of local customary law and British common law, and the court structure is similar to the UK legal system due to the history of Solomon Islands. The typical business structure and operations in Solomon Islands are sole traders, partnership, and limited companies. Hofstede's cultural dimensions comparison between Australia and Solomon Islands are shown in the table. Except Solomon Islands and Australia both have high individualism and short-term orientation. Other dimensions are different. The Solomon Islands have cheap labor and natural environment to plant the coconut and produce coconut oil. Therefore, the private sector investment and development is strong. The tax rate is about 30%, but the good tax of 15% can be claimed back by exporting overseas. This would allow our company to expand overseas to operate and receive tax benefits, which increase our profitability. 50% ownership will be owned in the new joint venture in Solomon Islands, with major power being shared with local residents and Solomon Islands. The production and R&D department of our company will work with the local business partner to develop new coconut oil products. The benefit of establishing a joint venture would be easy access to Solomon Islands market and operation, make good use of the local talents, sharing risks with local partner, and gain access to greater resources in local market. The production and research and development department would work with the local companies in Solomon Islands in order to produce and develop new products. 50% of the board of directors will be set from our Australia companies in order to have company co-managed. Respect and trust would be put to facilitate cooperation, and managers from both countries will work together. The Sustainable Development Goal 4 and 5 would be fulfilled in following approaches. Firstly, SDG 5 would be fulfilled by increasing the female proportion to 50% in Solomon Islands operation, and both upset 6 will have the similar chance of promotion and would pay same wages. Secondly, employees will have on-the-job training in order to allow them to have relevant working experience. Employees in Solomon Islands would have financial support for their children to receive education. Workers would be encouraged to learn in their spare time with rebate for their time used in self-learning. The joint venture in Solomon Islands will create jobs in Solomon Islands, protect the nature environment by using natural matter to plant the coconut tree. If the joint venture earns sufficient money, certain proportion of profits would be donated to support social development. The expansion costs are expected to be 10 million, and it is planning to invest in 3 stages, with 4 million in first stage, 3 million in second stage, and 3 million in third stage. The benefits would be taking advantages of low interest rate in Australia to expand overseas and diversify the business. Management disputes between the local and Australia team in joint venture would be dealt with establishing a clear role and responsibility amongst different roles in joint venture. Mutual trust and commitment will be established with local team to minimize disputes. The business in Solomon Islands will be oversighted by the Australia quarter with monthly meeting and reporting discuss the room for improvement. The company will cooperate with local community to set up funds to support poor people and family to fight jobs, or use the funds to help people who are in need, dealing with human rights issues there, and so on. The local activities will be sponsored by the joint venture in order to develop relationship with local people and government. High level of cooperation governance will be adopted and aligned with Australia standards in the joint venture. Fair tax will be paid by the joint venture in order to support local government in Solomon Islands. Moreover, clear guidelines will be developed to minimize criminal activities such as corruption. Final words to directors and potential investors. The CSR, corporate governance, and 2 SDG will be implemented, where the investment does diversify the operation of the company to next level that expand to global market. Thus, the investment should be granted and would generate significant benefits for company in long run. It is therefore a good choice.